I'm Kippi from KippiAtHome.com. Welcome to my home, welcome to my channel. And tonight we're going to be crafting up a storm, a bunch of cute St. Patrick's Day items. Make sure you subscribe and ring the bell so you don't miss any future crafting experiences. And I'm going to be collaborating with some other YouTube amazing crafters, so you want to make sure you find that playlist below. And let's get started. All right, here we are with our Clover Lucky little door hanger from Dollar Tree. It's kind of a chalkboard, so I decided to use the wrong side of it since it's flat. It's an even color. I'm going to take my little door hanger off and set it aside. I'm going to use Mod Podge on a paper, pour a little bit on a paper plate and a paintbrush to actually adhere my paper on there. And I decided to use white paper with glitter, gold glitter dots on it. It's super cute. So I'm actually going to trace it with a pencil on the paper first to make sure, and cut it out to make sure it's going to fit. And I'm going to get it on there just right. I'm afraid that I only have one piece of this paper and it barely fits on there. So I can't have any mistakes. So I'm going to set my stuff aside and get tracing. Finishing up my last little bit here on the cutting, and I've used two different scissors. I use these small scissors and then regular size scissors, and I kind of use the same technique I do with fabric, and I cut into the center of those valleys with my scissors pointing into it instead of trying to come out of it. So there it is, super cute. Now let's get this thing Mod Podged. I'm going to check just to make sure about where the placement of it. And I also want to make sure about where those little hangers are going to be in the back, because I'm still going to have to hang it up. So I'm going to mark that as well. So I'm going to put this little bit of Mod Podge on the entire back, which is actually going to be the front of this one, and then I'll do it on the paper part as well, and then they'll adhere together perfectly. Now I'm going to just use a little bit of paper towel just to get, trying to, get it to adhere really good on the corners, all along the edges. I love how it turned out, y'all. Now I'm going to tell you that I made Mr. Gnome, and I wanted to let y'all know that I'm going to have his instructions, because I already did a YouTube video on how to make a gnome. So just use those instructions, and it even has a pattern, and you can make one yourself, and you're going to love it. The kids will really love it. And I also wrote a blog post about it, and I'll put that blog post link below as well. Okay, now I'm ready to start adding my little letters I cut out, and I used my Cricut maker to cut them out, but I first want to know where those little holes are. And without knowing that, it's going to be hard to figure my placement. So I tried the pencil and it didn't go through, so I used one of my sewing needles to make that hole through the front. And then I used a little pencil on the front, so just make it a little bit bigger so I could see it as I was working. Then I can start adding my words on there that I cut out, and I will put the link for that below so you can grab those letters too. That's just an SVG file, and it will just cut it right out for you. If you don't want it cut out and you want to cut it out with your scissors, let me know and I will send it to you that way as well. All right, I'm going to get placement on here. I'm going to use my glue, and I'm going to glue them down, and then I can get on with adding some more embellishments. I've also purchased these cute little coins, gold coins from the Dollar Tree, so I cut out a little pot of gold, and I thought I would glue down some of these coins, and it would be kind of coming out of that pot of gold. So also put the cut file for the pot of gold, so you can do the same one. Now I'm happy with my placement, and I'm going to start gluing on. If you do not have this aqua glue, you definitely want to get some. I'll put a link to it below, and then you can check it out and for yourself. You definitely want it's got a great applicator. You've got two different ends, so you get two different kinds of application, but it puts it on small, or you can move it around. So I'm going to start gluing my little word down. I'm feeling lucky for that, how pretty it turned out so far. Now these little coins, I'm going to use a hot glue gun with an extra long glue stick so I can get them all done at one time. And I traced around where my little pot was just to kind of hold where it was, and I'm going to want to lift up all my coins so I'll know kind of where they're going to go, so everything stays in the same area at least. So I'm going to just use my hot glue gun and put it on, and then I'm going to glue on my pot, and it's kind of a 3D. It's interesting and fun, and won't this thing be cute to hang up anywhere in the house? It costs a mirror or something in the dining room, or it could be in the bathroom, and the kids will just think that's fun. You could have it at work, you give it to a friend, on the door, anywhere. It's real light, so it can pretty much go anywhere. Now to add a little hanger. So I'm going to use ribbon that has a little bit of sheen in there, and it picks up because our words are the only thing on there that's flat besides the white background, so we want to have a little fun with it. So I'm going to use my tool that I made to help thread ribbon through little openings, or yarn to go through little openings. So I'm going to use my little tool, which is just a piece of floral wire that I made into a loop. And so I'm going to push my loop through while I've threaded my ribbon through it, so I can get it through that little hole for the hanger. So here it is. You see how I just made this little thing? I've got my little looped hanger on there. I'm going to make just my little bow around my hand. So I'm just going to twirl this ribbon around my hand a few times and cut it, and then tie it off, and with another piece of ribbon. Then I just cut the little ties and hot glue it right to my door hanger. We're just about finished.